Hi there, Renegades. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? Alright, guys, welcome to the channel. I am OGL Schmitt. This is Custom Creator, and I am about 3 or 4 days late dropping this. I am terribly sorry about that. Um, Life happened. Uh, anyway, this is Sick Boy by REN. Uh, Big shout out to the Renegades. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I can't keep up with all of your comments. I apologize for taking so long in responding to some of you guys, but yeah, you've been super amazing, super passionate, super supportive, just super all around. Really appreciate that. Sick Boy, this is a song that was the center of that big beef with Cujo Beats that Ren pretty much squashed himself. Sure, he had some legal help, but the Cujo Beatdown diss track probably definitely sent a message. Um, but yeah, Sick Boy is back. I'm been wanting to check this out for a while. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting. So yeah, let's dig into this. Do some more Ren.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making music.
Okay, that woman is apparently being possessed right now. So a quick pause and some quick thoughts. That intro is from Cujo Beatdown. The rhythmic breathing. That song was obviously a callback to this one. That was very clever. I think what I just heard there was the choir sample that created all of the stir that created the legal issue. Um, Before I get into Ren's compositional and vocal abilities, can we just give this lady here a hand? I'm sure she's a lovely person, in life, but she is doing a fantastic job just playing this smug, condescending, oh my God, like you just want to strangle her. And I'm sure Ren has probably had to deal with the types like this. Yeah, she is very grating. So, fine work, miss. Um, Interesting song so far. Like I am used to Ren doing the bard thing with his guitar. No guitar here. There's just this very strange percussion. It sounds very like it's got a catchy beat, but there's also a lot of off kilter sounds. It sort of sounds like it sounds unstable, I guess is what I'm saying, and it's a very different sound that I'm accustomed to from Ren. I guess Cujo Beatdown didn't have the his guitar either. But yeah, this album, the percussion has almost a Nine Inch Nails feel to it. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the beginning, and we're gonna keep going.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making music.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn cell, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy, oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go. Take another pill, here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications.
Right, that was a very bad pause. Apologizing right off the bat. I like how her first words were "Hi, Ren." It seems like another callback. Ren seems to be very adept at sort of weaving through lines that go through a lot of his different works. Um, Ren is showing that very sort of pinched nasal delivery that he's so good at, and it's still strange to hear that in contrast to his normal speaking voice, which is actually relatively deep and resonant and pleasant sounding. Um, so the lyrics here: sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fixed boy, anabolic steroids, stem cell poster boy, pass out white noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break boy. Oh, what a shame. He's in pain. Have another go. Take another pill here. Take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. So this is obviously dealing with Ren's frustration with the medical establishment. Um, the bitten by a tick boy Lyme disease is caused by tick bites. His condition was misdiagnosed as like bipolar or something like that for the longest time. And if you don't catch Lyme disease quickly, that infection can spread and it can do a lot of damage. And yeah, poor Ren has been messed up pretty bad from that misdiagnosis. So you can only imagine how frustrated he must feel. It's not even like in hindsight, you think about the borderline malpractice that went on there, but just sort of being used as like a guinea pig almost by the medical industry, which is supposed to help you get better. And instead, it's like, okay, well, here, try this. Or, well, here, try this. Or, oh, it's clearly your mind that's making you ill. Um, and Ren seems like a strong dude. He really does. But with something like this, your life is really in the hands of other people. And when it seems like they either or both don't know what they're doing and don't give a shit, wow, that has got to feel so hopeless. I'm going to go back a little bit and we're going to keep listening. That woman.
Go. Take another pill, here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan, complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to
Whoa.
pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's it. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pick boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Gonna go back a little bit and check some more of that stuff out again because a lot happened very quickly and there's no way I can sum all of it up. Uh, Ren's delivery is so theatrical. He's like can do this really crisp, spot on enunciation, but then he can do those things where he just throws enunciation out the window, sort of making a more have like a more pained or desperate sound. And sometimes he'll just sort of shift randomly almost into straight up singing, which he did towards the end there, and it was a really nice, solid, sustained note. Um, Ren does his videos too, like he conceptualizes them and directs him, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Renegades. Um, he's got a really good gift for imagery. Just a stark location there that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Silent Hill type asylum setting, and that just that woman with her cold, expressionless face, and that dude with the pig mask, and how everything kind of blinks in and out. It's really creepy. Um, the lyrics here definitely took a different turn. I'm gonna pull it back and I'm gonna pause and comment on some things as they happen. So please bear with me here, guys. This is a 3 minute song, but Ren crams a lot into his songs, no matter what their length. What I love about him. All right. Also, if I gotta say, guys, I really do feel for the young man. I know he had a setback where he's got to go back for some more treatment, and there was an issue with the recording of a live show being botched. So he's had some bad luck, but he's still, you know, he's still in good spirits. He's still just saying, "Hey, it's another chapter I got to go through." Um, so I feel so bad for him, but I have so much respect for him. But it's so much fun to watch him flip out. Angry Ren is really compelling. So let's.
Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's it. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix.
Okay, real quick. First of all, the percussion and the sound effects in there. Like I haven't talked a whole lot about the music because it seems very sparse. It's that choral sample, and it's this weird drum pattern that just it hits at odd angles. Again, it sort of feels like it sounds unstable. It's the sound of instability. So it's almost like that's the sound of his mind kind of crumbling, if you will. And it's gonna happen. Like he's saying, okay, it's not me, it's the world that's sick, and talking about sort of commoditizing things and heck is it in the name of progress we jump off a cliff, um, something. Let me, here we go. Find this here. In the name of progress we jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, we are sick, we are standing on a cliff. In the name of progress we jump off the precipice. This is I understand where he's coming from here, and especially him sort of being a victim of an industry that's supposed to help him. You can definitely understand how that anger is going to start to spread, and it's gonna give him sort of a fatalistic attitude towards everything. And thing about it, nothing is completely good or evil. Um, there's a lot of things that I don't like, social media, cell phones, things like that. There are a lot of downsides to that. People get addicted to those things. People forget how to forge actual human connections. Um, you you're basically on social media. You are basically walking into a crowd, and like with every asshole on earth. Um, but there's also good things. People can form supportive communities there. Um, I met Danny online. Our relationship is enabled through this technology. You know, custom creator wouldn't exist if it weren't just for some of these things. So you can't say it's all bad, but you can certainly understand Ren's position, because when you're that ill, you can't sort of like remember reading he was bedridden for 23 hours a day almost. That's yeah, that's gonna affect your mental health and your well-being in a big way. You can't exercise to get the heart rate going, and that exercise is good for your mental health. You're deprived of that, and on top of that, we have this 24-hour news cycle. This is one of the downsides of technology that is just obsessed with fear mongering, telling us everything bad that's going on in the world, as opposed to pointing out all the beauty in life that it should be doing. All right, gotta keep going here.
How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pic, boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
And that last lyric. Rape the earth of all resources, and we bleed it for gold, and we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I'm bleeding myself, I'm bleeding my brain. When I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, because I'm doing the same. Say, station identification. And this is what I'm really appreciating about Ren's work, is that he never looks at things from a singular viewpoint. And he's happy to, not happy to, but he's very willing to acknowledge you and be honest about where he stands in things. Um, when he says, "Yeah, I'm doing the same," he's a lot of these, if you have a cell phone, if you have a computer, those materials have to be mined. So that pillaging is necessary for these things, and um, even things like record labels and the music industry is cutthroat. But if it weren't for CDs and distribution, I would have been deprived of the one thing that kept me going, when nothing else was there, which is music. Um, Obviously, I've never had to deal with the music. I've actually had a couple friends who were independent musicians and just sort of had run-ins with industry types, and they certainly seemed insufferable. But you also have to acknowledge that there are other people who have been able to take advantage of that and give themselves and their children and their families a good life as a result. So I think Ren acknowledges the fact that he's a participant, as are we all, and I think the song is a good example of the sort of mindset that is bred, number one, by an uncaring industry that should care about you. The art industry, the music industry, should care about musicians, but it doesn't. It cares about money. I think there are some good people in the music industry, but it seems like they tend to be the minority. I think there's some people that are legitimately cutthroat. Some of them maybe are just overly pragmatic. But yeah, instead of seeing an artist, say to see dollar signs. The medical industry should care for people. It should not. That is the last industry that should be dehumanizing people. And Ren felt the full wrath of that. So after a while, it removes your hope for humanity, your hope for it. It makes you sort of see everything through this very bitter lens. And bitterness isn't always bad. You can find strength in bitterness, where there's where sometimes it's hard to find reasons anywhere else. But you can't marinate in it. Sort of like being angry and being depressed are two different things. But at least anger is a functional energy. It moves you forward. It can motivate you. Whereas being depressed, you're just kind of um, you're mired. You're stuck in the mud. Whereas when you're angry, you're just sort of running around setting things on fire. But if you aim that, so I'm rambling again. But uh, 3 minutes 10 seconds. REN to sort of put forth a clinic there in, you know, how what it feels like to be the victim of, I guess, two dehumanizing industries at once. I guess that's sort of the key here. This poor guy just wants to be a musician, just wants to perform his craft, just wants to share it with people, and he just wants to be well, as do we all. And he needs, obviously, he doesn't need help from the record industry. He's doing quite well on his own, but he definitely needs the help of the medical industry. And he's sort of been treated as a guinea pig. He's been a victim of incompetence, and but to sort of present that with that kind of style. So yeah, and again, musically, very minimalist, very sparse, um, but very again off-putting. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like the haunting children's choir there, and then those weird percussion sounds really sort of set the tone. And then Ren's vocal dynamics were just dancing all over the place there, sort of telling his story and his anger and his desperation. In a way, this almost kind of feels like the genesis of Dark Ren. Of this anger he feels being dehumanized and being denied his livelihood and being sort of treated as a what's the word I'm looking for? Um, just being treated as less than human, being treated as a guinea pig by one industry and a dollar sign by another. So, oh my god, 21 minutes for a 21-minute reaction for a 3-minute song. Hope you guys like this. Let me know in the comments what Ren song I should do next because he's got a big back catalog and I'm really enjoying doing his work. Lachey Haynes, you requested on the comments of the Tale of Jenny and Screech. You said it would be a good idea to do a Ren Wednesday, or Ren's Day, if you will. And I kind of like that idea. I should be able to get this, hopefully this will be out on a Wednesday. And I will start dropping new Ren reactions every Wednesday and maybe a few bonus ones here and there. So keep those suggestions coming in the comments, guys. Thank y'all very much. Renegades, you guys are awesome. Appreciate your support. And mental health is real. Be a part of the start. Music is your best support group. Listen to it often and take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. Thank you guys so much.